great to have you here in our hometown.
Thank you.
You're known as a living legend and a master of the Creative Grooves Grammy Award winner, but I just want to have a glimpse of the man behind the drums. Who is Steve Gadd?
I'm a guy that I play music for a living, and I like what I do. I like what I do because I get a chance to play good music with good people, good musicians, people that listen, and I get to share that with audiences, or we get to share. It's not I, but what the band does, and that's a fun way to make a living.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not easy, all the traveling and stuff, but it's when you finally get the opportunity to do it, and you can communicate some kind of happiness or some kind of emotion to an audience. It's nice to be able to do that.
Yeah,
it's very rewarding.
But before you found your passion, was there also another passion? Well, if you grew up in another environment, would be the drums your passion, or is it?
I think I've always, I started when I was 3, and I've always been drawn towards the drum, and I had a very loving, supporting family. My mom and dad, and my brother, and my grandmother and grandfather, and my dad's brother were all very hands-on with me and my brother, taking us for lessons, picking us up, going, watching us perform. They supported us a lot of different ways, gave us a lot of love from both me and my brother.
So that passion was around.
So that kind of happiness and camaraderie was, I felt it from a young age.
So when you're going back in time, you were at the age of 20. Who were your heroes and then and still?
Well, back when I was 20, it would probably have been all the drummers that I had listened to up till up till Tony Williams and Jack DeJohnette. You know what I mean? Gene Krupa, Buddy Rich, Louis Bellson, Philly Joe Jones, Papa Joe Jones, Ed Thigpen. I listened to all of those guys. Max Roach, Art Blakey, Joe Dukes, Donald Bailey, Vinnie. I just listened to everybody and tried to emulate those people, and each one of those drummers brought something a little bit different, to the music, and I loved it all.
Yeah. So you had you had heroes, you had teachers, but
but I was listening to people that were my heroes.
Yeah.
That I was listening to. I was listening to good guys. You know what I mean. I was guided towards listening to the real stuff, and that's nice.
And who is? Well, you talk about the people who inspired you, but who believed in you?
Oh, my family believed in me. My dad, my mom, my uncle, my grandparents, my brother. They all,
So you're very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I consider myself very lucky.
So you never doubted this is my passion?
No, I had doubts. You never really know. It's, at some point you have to leave your hometown and go someplace else, So, I didn't, when I was growing up, I didn't know how I would do that. And then just things sort of worked out where I met a friend in college that went to New York when I went in the Army, and then we lived together when I got out of the Army, and he introduced me to people that he had been working with, and
okay.
that's how I started to get into the studio thing.
So also the Army, what kind of impact had it on you and the music?
Well, it was. I didn't really want to be in the Army, but I didn't want to go to Vietnam and fight and kill people. So that was a way I could, serve and not have to move away or, and so, and when I look back, it was great duty, and I met some great guys. But during the time when you feel like you're sort of behind bars, it doesn't feel that. It didn't. It was. It was not easy. But when I look back, it was great, and we had a lot of fun during the times. But it's just that I would have rather not had been in the military. But it was looking back, it was a good experience for me.
Oh, thank you. Who were your teachers? And I mean in the big picture. The one who brought you friends to grow, to move on, find your own way.
Well, all the guys that I mentioned that I listened to, but I mean my real teachers were my uncle and my dad, and then some private teachers I had when I was younger, like Elmer Froh.
But the teachers who gave you life lessons also.
They were nice people.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're around people that care and love, that's a life lesson.
Okay.
So my family connected me with good people.
Yeah.
They sort of oversaw the whole thing.
Wow. At what age did you realize that you are famous and admired by so many people? Can you remember that moment?
No, I don't think about that. I think I remember, in the 70s when I was doing a real lot of recording, hearing things that I played on the radio, you know what I mean? And then, it was exciting. The first time they wanted to do an interview, but I don't really, I don't think about that stuff. You know what I mean? I try to, I try to be a part of. I don't try to be separate. I try to be, I try to be united.
Yes. So, what is success according to you?
Success is being nice to people, having some kind of inner peace of mind, being able to find some kind of eye at the center of the storm, because things are pretty crazy today, and so I think that real success is based on how you deal with all of that stuff emotionally and stay true to who I believe I am and who I think we all are. We're all connected in that same way. Yeah. So if we could stay tuned into that, I think that's success.
Well, that's kind of mission. I think that's the kind of mission.
Yeah. Well, it's like a daily thing you got to try and do.
Yeah. Wow. And we need that. And I think this generation need more of this.
Yeah, I'm sure they, I think maybe, I'm not sure, I'm a little confused by what's going on today. I don't really feel like, I'm just a little bit, it seems like what's ever going on, they've sort of left a bunch of people in the dust.
Yeah.
They really don't, they don't care about elderly, or they just seem to care about how many things how much money they can make, and how many things they can buy, and you know, it's very fast.
Yeah, very fast, and don't care about this world, Mother Nature, and so on. So you told something about that you can cope in this world with and the strength to overcome difficulties. You have told us about good people surrounded your life and your mission, your passion. What I also want to know is the precious moments. Can you name? This is of course a long period for you, but is there a precious moment?
Yeah, I mean, right now is a precious moment.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I think.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I think
really
that's the trick, is to not trying to be, not being here and trying to remember a precious moment, because then you'll be thinking about that and you're missing this precious moment. So this is a precious moment.
Yeah, thank you. So, what is your advice to this generation? What kind of message do you have? What is your prayer of peace?
I wish. What would I say to him? I mean, I don't really know what to say. I wish them luck, and if there's anything that they think I can do, I'm willing to do it. But I don't really know. You know what I mean? I think that we have to be nice to one another. That's for one thing.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Right. You know what the message is? It's not. Success isn't trying to do something and being happy after you get there. It's enjoying the ride. You know what I mean? And I would say, just be honest and follow your heart and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I saw something about transfiguration is what allows you to crawl out from under the chaos and fly above it. Bob Dylan. Very nice. And Carl Jung, I saw Dalai Lama quotes on your website.
Yeah, my wife does a lot of that
Yes,
stuff.
and I like that very much. I want to thank you for being you, for sharing, and I wish you love, luck, happiness, and of course, good health.
Oh, thank you, and you too. Thank you.